Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had a great night's sleep. Hello, Alan, Coach, Tommy, Thomas, Dave, another Thomas, Gary, Bill, KQ, Gold, Rally, Mike, Julie, Rod, Sharon, Chuck. Chuck, thanks for all the musical tunes. Appreciate it. Had fun listening to that last night. Sonny, good morning. Roger, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Sonny. Hey, good morning. And thanks for everybody signing up over there on that Discord. I think that really might be kind of fun, and especially in the evening. Um, that's kind of the best time for me, just sitting in front of the boob tube and, poking around charts and having little chats about them. I think that's great. So anyway, wonderful. All right, let me get another thing fired up here and going. Oops, let me do this first. There we go. Okay, great big good morning one more time. Today is. It's Tuesday, October 21, 2025. I want to thank everybody for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Okay. Thank you everyone for listening in on this recording or live, whichever you are. I do appreciate it. All right, take a look at the SPY here, and you know what? I happen to think the SPY is just doing wonderful. I think the SPY is doing fantastic. Just coming from these lows, it had a nasty pullback for whatever reason, nasty pullback, and then it's just kind of slowly moving itself up right here. We are at a danger zone right now. From a probability standpoint, I think the probabilities going from here up to that orange line is pretty good. And then when we get to that orange line, there's another little cork in it, because that would be a known area to fail, move up to these tops, and these tops are too big for these bulls, and the bulls pull back a little bit. So we'll be watching for that. Once we crack through that area, though, I'm looking at getting up to that 680 and then 685 area. That's my next two targets up on a bullish chart. And right now it's looking a little bit bullish. So got to go with that, man. One thing I've noticed, and we are on the 10-minute chart here, so I'll put this on the 10-minute too. There we go. Is VXX is getting a little perky here on the hard right edge. They're trying to splash water right now. Now, whether or not they can actually get anywhere, they just may be right here on the edge splashing water and really don't go anywhere. But let's keep an eye on them. Okay, do keep an eye on. If this starts to rise, what's going to happen is we're probably going to see a little bit of a pullback here, and that could damage some of your positions. The winners, they could get damaged. So always be thinking about profits. Always take profits. Amazing what even $20 a day overall, if you average $20 a day, what it will do for you. Truly amazing. Let's take a look at IYT transports. Transports have come right up. They have pretty much sucked pond water down here. And then all of a sudden they gave us I'm going to call this a morning star. A lot of folks won't, but I will. We popped up. Beautiful consolidation to the right here, a little bit down. Absolutely gorgeous. And then here we popped up, and now it looks like we're holding in there today. This chart here looks like a chart ready to rock as fast as IYT can rock, which I don't think IYT actually rocks. It crawls, it'll do that. It crawls. I think it's too old to rock. And then there's SMH. Now SMH is young enough to rock. It can actually rock. So look at that. We've got an ascending triangle being built here. An ascending triangle looks like this, where you have a top, and then the bottoms get narrow the closer we get to the candle. Ascending triangle. We're looking for that breakout, and then that breakout will send us higher until we have the next little aggravation point where price will rest up a little bit. So overall, I have to think the market is bullish. I think it's good to go. Of course, anything can happen. That's why we want to watch the charts carefully. That's why I'm here. That's why I sit here all day long, except when I'm out from taking my walk. I'm here watching the charts. So or dentist or something like that. Okay. So let's take a look at a few charts. Let's take a look at Reddit here. Reddit was on my short list heading down to the 200 period moving average, but a trend will stay a trend till it's no longer a trend. So here we are down, and the trend indicator still says we're trending down, but you can see price is starting to push on it, and price just might push above that red dot, making that red dot green, and that changes the dynamics of the trend. The dynamics of the trend now will be to move up. We're already at the 50% area. So the next target to the upside will be just about that 50 period moving average based on our target lines that we put up. Let's see, what am I trying to do, Rick? Just duplicate it. Don't complicate it. Just duplicate it. Did it again, didn't I? Duplicate. Oh, there it is right there. Right there. And that would be the next target up on Reddit there. So I think Reddit is one for the watch list. Here's one, RCKT. I kind of like that one. Look at that. We've got ourselves a rounded bottom breakout here. We've tackled the dotted deuce. The dotted deuce is nothing more than the 200 period moving average with some modifications on it. But right there, here we're tackling the dotted deuce. We pull back and fail. And that is perfection. Okay, that's what we want. That is true perfection when that happens. And what's happening is we rally up, we test that dotted deuce area, and then it puts us back. And then what happens? We come back up to break out of those highs. And that sets us up now to move higher into the 200 period moving average area. This is what I would call a perfect rounded bottom breakout right now. Absolutely perfect. So this is looking pretty good. We're at the first target. The next target is going to be the 200 period moving average right there. And that's to the tune of about 39%. Now, this would be a stock trade for me on this, but what a beautiful trade. So let's make sure that's on that watch list. And in fact, I'm going to write that one down, RCKT. Keep an eye on it. All righty. How about BIIB? Look at BIIB. So let me move this out of the way just a little bit. I can put it back. Look at BIIB coming off the 50 period moving average, almost a morning star kind of signal. Here we're up yesterday, and now we've got a beautiful inside day sitting right here at the dotted deuce in the T-line area. If we start taking out yesterday's candle, that would be a good trigger for buyers right there. And then we've got to run up here about 7.5% to tackle this top. After tackling the top, the next move up would be up here in that, whatever that, 175 area, something like that, 174 area, right in there. So BIIB is looking pretty good. Hey, you're looking at, hey, thanks. Is that working over there? Cool. All right. Glad to see you guys over there from, let's see, you're from, all from YouTube. Is there anyone there from Facebook or X? Or if anybody can hear me from Facebook or X, would you just send me an email letting me know that you hear me and can see me? And that's rick@ricksadler.com. Sure would appreciate it. Thank you. What were we looking at? AGL. There we go. So AGL long, I like the way it's setting up. I get your idea for a long. I truly do. Let's get rid of some of this. There we go. I get your idea from a long, and absolutely, it's a long trade. Just, make sure you get your stop in there just in case it's not finished moving down. Here's what I'm going to do for targets on this. I'm going to come over here to this top and then come down to this low, just like that. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Now I'm going to come over to the 50% rebound area right here, and we're going to duplicate that, and we're going to go down. No sense in going up. Not yet, anyway. There's your 3 targets to be looking at. Now, you know what? Let's go up 1, okay? Because if you break out of this one right here, I'll eat my hat if you don't get this one. So nice chart off the bottom here. Very, very nice. We're setting up close to the rounded bottom breakout. Once the dots and the T line and price gets above the 50-period moving average, that'll be a rounded bottom breakout. Excellent looking chart. Thank you for bringing that to us. Appreciate it. You're still holding some Meta? Yeah, I think Meta's good. Yeah. Yeah, Meta is doing wonderful here. I know that Meta is going to run into a little bit of a stick right here, but I wouldn't worry about that stick till we get to that stick. So watch it move up. I bet you it'll consolidate a day or two. Then it'll pop up over that 50-period moving average, and then it'll work itself right up to that stick. And let's see if it can break that stick. But yeah, Meta's looking good overall to me right now. Yeah, Meta looking sharp, real sharp. All right. Let's look at the banks again. A couple of banks. Take a look at Bank of America. I think Bank of America is setting up quite nice to reach up to our first target, then our second, then our third target up here. We've got a nice low. We've got a high. We've got a higher low. It's working its way up. It just so happens we had, this really sour day in the market, and it just killed everything. It just put stink everywhere. Well, we have to get through that stink. And it's not like one single, normal everyday candle. It's a stink candle. So you have to chew through it a little bit. Yuck, huh? And then once we get through it, now we can look at those targets up there. Wells Fargo is another one. Look at Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo is about to break out. We break out, and I probably should have done this. Let's duplicate that right there. There's a target for Wells Fargo, and there's the next target up here on Wells Fargo. Both those bank charts look wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Another one you guys are looking at over there, BYND long. You'll go after anything, won't you? You can have BYND. I don't know what BYND's story is, but how in the world do you go from $200 stock, down to, 57-cent stock? How in the world do you do that? I would say that they don't have a clue what they're doing. So we're getting this little pop-up, and, if somebody feels brave enough to trade this, you just rock and roll. Trade it by your rules, your numbers. But I, for one, unless they're going to start lying and say they put a big ribeye between two buns to sell it, then I'll buy it. But I don't know what to make of all that right now, Hydro. So you trade that, you share what your outcome is, share your trade, everything about it, if you would. Okay. Yeah. Because there's no doubt in my mind you're going to make money on it. No question about it. But you're going to do it without me. So right now it's up. If it was to just from the overall chart, probably over 285. It needs to settle down here. So maybe up and a pullback, and maybe that pullback might be a buy. Otherwise, over that 285 is something I would look at. Yeah. BYOND. ON. Nice chart. Thank you so much. I have totally forgotten about this. I'm going to flag it. I actually thought about it a couple of days ago, and then I forgot all about it. ON, definitely a good one to have on the watch list and to maybe trade. I apologize over here, guys. It wasn't scrolling down. I'll come right back to you, okay? So ON has been up pretty nice here inside day, so that makes that a buy. I will put a line right there. That's the new level. Nothing below matters. That's the new level. an inside day. So you're trading now today's candle based on yesterday's candle. That looks pretty darn good to me. I'm going to draw this on there so I know where my 50% is. And it might be pretty close. Yeah, pretty darn close, right? Okay, that's good. Because it's not very much to that target, but I think that target is in the cards. And if that target is in the cards, then this one is very possible. So let's keep our eyes on. Thank you very much for bringing that one out. Again, I apologize, guys. My chat wasn't working here. So let's see what we have here. SIG, nice chart. I think that was the first one. SIG's a very nice chart. Beautiful move up, a nice little pullback. That's what we call a PBO. The trend is there. It's working perfect. Price is above the T-line. T-line's above the trendicator. Trendicator is above the 50. That's a bonus. Some people want to make that an absolute, which is perfectly fine. And then some people want to do that with the weekly. Price above the T-line, T-line above the trendicator, trendicator above the 50. Could be a bonus or could be an absolute fact in your scanning. So nice, very, very nice. What else do we have here? That was SIG. Yeah, SOXL. I actually added that to the watch list last night. That's not SOXL. SOXL. There it is. I added that to the watch list last night because there is a possibility that I buy that today. And that gets me into some of that action right there. So target-wise, what I've done is I've drawn from July of 24 down to the lows. And then let's just take this and duplicate it. Well, I guess to keep it straight, we'll put one right there too. Huh? Boom, right there. So yeah, SOXL looking really, really good for a trade in there. Hey, Daryl, Corez. Corez looking good. You know, I'm really, really serious. A trend is a trend till it's no longer a trend. And as long as the trend is there, what we're doing is we're negotiating with ourselves. Is this price action worth buying? Do we see this price going higher? That's what we're working with, because there's some facts in the chart that you can't change. You can't change the facts that the trend, based on what we look for a trend, is up, and it will keep going up until it doesn't keep going up. Now, what we want to do is negotiate our entry. That's all we want to do. And then, of course, a target up there and a stop. But man, I mean, this chart just keeps on going, doesn't it? Nice chart. Thank you. This was mentioned way back here by, I don't know what member it was here, but it just keeps on going. Yeah. Let me see here. I'm still not scrolling down. How about some AMRX? AMRX. Nice. Here we pop up. We pull down to the 50. We get a little 50 help right there. Hey, look, our buddy, the 50-period moving average is going to bounce us up higher. And that's just what it did. Now we're starting to move up. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to take a look at a 2-day chart, a 3-day chart. Look at that 3-day chart, 4-day chart. Let's peek at the weekly. Look at the weekly chart. That's setting up very nice. Nice move up. And now we've got some great consolidation to the right. I think we ought to flag that one. There we go. That's a nice chart. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Where are we? Hey, Julie, good morning. You're looking at some SOUN. Yeah, boy. Very nice chart on SOUN down here at the bottom. So it's a matter of, well, how would you want to enter that? I'm probably thinking maybe above that first candle would be my liking to it. Of course, there's going to be people look to buy it down here. But I would like to see him do it, and then I would, then I'll take a look at it. This might be a good candidate for the end of the day, a buy. So if it can prove itself at the end of the day, then I think that would be a buy for me. But to prove that it can put a candle in there and hold that candle would be um, uh, really a real good thing there. And then we've got targets above. So we'll keep our eyes on that one. Thank you. I'll put you in charge. Let us know if it gets to moving. Hey, Sharon. NEM. NEM. You think it's a buy here? It could be. We just need, a tail in here. We need some buyers to lift it up a little bit. I think I'll flag that up though. Yeah. Let's. I want to come over to this chart right here, and then I want to go to. Why does that look different? That looks crazy different, huh? Interesting. Time frame? What time? That's an hour. This is an hour. Interesting. NEM. Very different. Yeah, I'm looking at two different charts. It could be one set on. No, that can't be it. Well, this is the chart I look at next to what you guys see here. And you can see here we're underneath the cloud on that. So I would want to see that pop up a little bit and start to make its way above that cloud right there. Huh. That's interesting. That's not what's coming up here. I'll work on that, but not right now. Let's see. Beyond Meat. I have to wonder if they did a reverse split so not to get delisted. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. There's so many charts out there to trade. I'm not sure that's the one. TGX. Thanks, Sonny. Look at TGX trying to break out here. Let's get rid of all that. And let's put a line in there. I think the trend would look like that, right? You can see us breaking out here. This is a good candidate for this here. I think it's going to be a little bit wacko, but not too bad. There you go. I'm just going to put the 50% retracement in there. Right there. That's 126% up there. Now, some of you may think, it's never going to get there. Yeah, don't be fooled. You'll find a lot of charts that do that get beat down, and they work themselves back up to that 50% level. That's one reason why I like it so much. It happens quite often. So TXG here, that would be a good one to keep as a really good friend and just trade it when it needs trading. Or maybe if you buy it and you go a little long term, you're a little bit more lax on your stops, let it work a little bit. That might be a very nice chart for that. TXG. Thanks, Sonny. Hey, Rickster. Already did that. We already did that. Rick, good son. Yeah. Good son is writing here to me, Rick. I remember several years ago, Beyond Meat was $200 stock, and you said it was going to be a $3 stock. Yeah, it's never going to fly. I'm sorry. Yeah, nobody wants carrots in their hamburger or beets in their hamburger. It's just the way it is. ROIV. Trend is your trend till it's not your friend, man. Rock and roll inside day. That makes that a buy. That makes that a buy in inside day. Yeah, nice chart. Thank you. Let's see. NEM. Oh, you guys are talking about that one. Yeah, that one's kind of weird, isn't it? Good morning, Ricardo. Let's see, KOPN. KOPN, I think, is a great looking chart. So let's put a line right here. Here we popped up, and then we've had what, 1, 2, 3, 4 bars of consolidation. That's rest and consolidation. This right here is the same thing as this pullback. And now it looks like it's trying to break out. It wants higher numbers yet. Here, let's get the weekly. I'm actually going to do the monthly. So I'm going to do the monthly here. Just because I can see it better. We're going to go there. We'll have to maybe adjust this one. But well, that's not bad at all. That's on the money. All right. Back to the daily. Let's pull this down a little bit. And this will be, I think, the last one we do today. Look at that. See the targets? There you go. I think that still has some juice to it myself. And a great consolidation area right here. Great consolidation area. Let's see. We're looking at Camp C, CMPS. Nice bullish chart. I hope you're in it. Looks great. Nice trend. It's doing just what it should be doing. Up, back, up, back, up, back. Right there in a 3/8 trap. Looks absolutely fabulous. Let's flag that one. And then LAR. Yeah, LAR for a long, could be today, but not now. So, you know, anything can be bought. I mean, if you think it's going to be long, it can certainly be long. I'm going to have to see a little bullishness. Let's start with 438. So over 438, that would tell me that the bulls are possibly stepping in. Then I'll have to reevaluate from there. So it would look something like that. And at the end of the day, if it looked like that, that just might be a buy for me. But for a buy down here right now, right this second, I would have a hard time doing that because there's no logic other than just flat gambling because you're guessing. To me, there's absolutely no logic to buying that there. And I have to have some logic. Even if the logic's wrong, if it's right for me, it's okay. All right. So I would sure, yeah. Anyway, that would be my thinking on it. Hydro, you called camps when it was $1. Good for you. Nice job. Good for you. Way to go. All right, folks, that's going to be it. Let's wrap this up. I want to thank everybody for listening in. Hit and Run Candlesticks Trading Room. Thank you for everything you do. And I'll see you in about 30 minutes, okay? You guys all take care and enjoy this next half hour.